I think everybody in the gym saw that all they did was spread us out and take us one-on-one. You know, everybody wants to play at the next level, and you got to be able to defend one-on-one, and that's what they did. They just took us one-on-one. I think it's the worst. You know, it wasn't. I thought the first half we did a lot of things we wanted to do against their offense, and then the second half they just spread us out and went one-on-one, and athletically we couldn't guard the dribble drive, and that's the story. 76% in the second half. We did what we wanted to do in the first half against 29%. You're not going to win any game anywhere, any level, letting yourself not guard one-on-one, and that's what it was.
Detroit is such a good offensive team. Did you have a number or a range in your head going into to say we've got to hold this team to a certain number of points to have a really good chance to beat them?
Well, it's more of a field goal percentage, and we wanted to control tempo. I thought we did a lot of things we wanted to do in the first half. 29%. We were at halftime. I think we were out rebounding them. I got to look at the halftime thing, but it was even, and we held it 29%. And in the second half, offensively, literally, they just spread us out and went one-on-one, and everybody wants to play at the next level. Everyone says, "I want to be a pro. I want to be a pro." It's got to start with guarding somebody one-on-one, and we didn't have the will and the just downright toughness just to say, mano y mano, I'm going to guard you man to man, and just time and time again, they just took their choice on who they wanted to isolate, and they took them one-on-one. We went to a little trap to change the pace, a little 1-3-1 and a little zone, and then twice we got rebounds. Two seniors got taken out of their hands. Hicks had the ball on a key stop, and they just took it right out of his hands and made a basket, and Avercamp had one, and they took it right out of his hands. And, you look at our Cleveland State game earlier in the week, and down the stretch, we were just so incredibly tough. Why here today and at this gym? I looked at Christian Thomas and I walked away going, man, that kid is a warrior. Warrior. For us to be good, I got to say that same thing about 7 guys. And a warrior's being able to sit down, pull up your shorts, get down in a stance, and guard somebody one-on-one.
That's what Kelly said about it, too.
What?
Reggie Kelly said he was a warrior. Christian Thomas.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's kind of like the only one that can say that.
Yeah. He had a will to win. I mean, you could just see the passion. Even on the bench, he's getting mad at some of the guards for not defending one-on-one. And, when you change culture, you just got to continue to surround yourself with guys that it cares that much. And, that's CT, and I wasn't even giving him a break. I kept on saying, you need a sub? No. Christian played 39 minutes, by far, played the hardest possession by possession of anybody in the gym.
Of course, winning at home and winning conference games at home it's got to be a priority for your program.
You got to. I don't know what the issue is. I look at some of the games on the road, or the toughness we've had down the stretch. Cleveland State, we got down 11, then 13, came back, won. Valpo, same thing, and then the will to defend. And you can't have 17 turnovers. You can't have 17 turnovers that led into a lot of bad. We were up 3 at half, and we gave up 8 to 10 off turnovers, just 8 to 10 off turnovers. And Detroit does that to you, but you can't have 10 points. That's like, you just 10 points, just giving it. They had 24 at the half, and I think they had 10 off turnovers, and I think they had something like 6 or 8 off offense rebounds.
Is this a learning experience type game, you think?
Well, it is that, you can go through scouting, you can try to take them out of their plays, and you can do that. But at the end of the day, late game, players make plays, and players stop one-on-one. It comes down to, the pride. If a guy's just going to keep isolating me and I just keep letting him drive by me, that goes back to pickup games in the gym. That goes back to old school basketball. You've got to, if a guy just spreads you and isolates you one-on-one, and my thing is, the culture is going to change when we don't accept it. Christian Thomas in a huddle was not accepting it. Nobody else was calling anybody out and not accepting it. That's a culture problem that seeped back in tonight. But that goes back to old school pickup game basketball. I'm going to stop you one-on-one, and we've all been there, you know, and you got to stop somebody. And 76%. I mean, we shot 47%. You know, it wasn't our offense. 47%. It's one of our high. You know, any coach would say before a game, you shoot 47% at home. I'll bet you all the stats are, you know, you win 95% of those games. Then you look at what they did defensively, just one-on-one.
Any other questions? For Christian Thomas.
Christian, can you talk a little bit about, not just this game, but the last few games, like what's going to change for you? Are you just trying to be a little more aggressive and stuff, obviously, scoring a lot, rebounding?
Yeah, you know, we were having a team meeting at some point, and Coach pointed out that, you know, there were only 6 or 7 weeks guaranteed left in the season, and so, you know, from then on, I just wanted to, you know, just play my best, you know, try hard, and, you know, because I feel like I owe it to our seniors, Ben Abercamp and Jordan Hicks, so I'll just go out there and try to give it everything I have.
Detroit came in, and you knew that they were a great offensive team.
Mm-hmm.
76 points or whatever. So what was the plan going in as far as trying to either keep up with them or try to stifle them defensively?
It was more of try to stifle them as opposed to keeping up. You know, we talked a lot about McCallum's, probably, you know, the best player in our conference, and then also, you know, the Anderson and Menerath, you know, crashing the glass hard. You know, we needed to box out and also value the ball, which, you know, I don't think we did a good job of, and that's, you know, a big reason why we lost.
Has there been talk too about trying to make this Gentile Arena more friendly for you guys in terms of wins, conference wins that are tough to come by?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we try to stay away from, you know, home versus road. We just feel we should play, you know, the same every night. But definitely, you know, the students that came out today, we want them to, you know, keep coming and supporting us. So we know that if they're willing to meet us halfway, we need to hold up our end. So.
Can you talk a little bit about the difference between the first half for you and the team for the second half?
Well, the first half, it just seemed like we were really, you know, on point, you know, with our defensive schemes and offensive execution, and then came out, start the second half. You know, they scored, I think, like, you know, 5 or 6 times in a row, and that was just kind of deflating a little bit. And then, you know, just got ourselves into a hole, and then just couldn't climb out.
They kind of helped, they looked like they were focusing on you, or were they? I mean, I know your second half was different from the first half too, were they on you a little bit more?
I think a little bit in the second half, as opposed to the first half.
How much better can you guys get as a team?
A lot better. So we'll watch the film on Monday, you know, find out where we can improve. You know, a lot of our games, you know, we're right there, and, you know, we just have to clean up some stuff, and then, you know, I think we'll be fine.
I think you guys had 17 turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's an area you can improve on.
Right, definitely.
Some of that is Detroit too, isn't it? That's something.
Yeah, they do a really good job of pressuring the ball and, you know, gambling for steals, things like that. So we talked about how we needed to, you know, value the ball, obviously meet all passes, but obviously 17 turnovers, you know, we just didn't do a great job of that. You know, it's hard to win. We turn the ball over 17 times.
Any other questions for Christian? Thanks, Chris.